There's no debate that the NIL has completely changed the landscape of college sports. However, I want to talk about the other opportunity that every college student as well as college professor has sitting right in front of them. But in order for me to do that, we have to go back to 1984. It's Thanksgiving in Miami, Florida, with one of the best college football games of the year being nationally televised. With over 1,200 yards of total offense, the game has come down to the wire between Boston College and the University of Miami. Doug Flutie, considered by many the best football player in the nation, is doing whatever he can to win this game over for Boston College. The score is 45-41 with Miami leading, and the game is practically over. With just a few seconds left on the clock and not many options left, the star quarterback from Boston throws a 48-yard Hail Mary pass to pull off one of the greatest game-winning touchdowns of the year. Now, the most interesting part about this story actually comes 2 years later, when statisticians took a closer look at how college applications were affected as a result of this win by Doug Flutie. After that amazing game on Thanksgiving night, Boston College's applications had shot up 30% in 2 years after the game. Known by many as the Flutie effect, this phenomenon refers to the relationship between a university's prominence and popularity with its athletic success. And when you think about certain schools, this definitely rings true. I mean, I don't know anything about the University of Alabama, except for the fact that their football team is every year they're doing something amazing. Professor Doug Chung from Harvard Business School had one study where he had some pretty interesting findings. When an institution goes from mediocre to successful in the football field, school applications go up on average 18.7%. To attain similar effects, a school either has to lower tuition by 3.8% or increase the quality of its education by recruiting higher quality faculty, who are paid 5% more than their average peers in the academic labor market. Now that's some pretty significant stuff, because in order to achieve the same effects, we're talking about structural changes in the staffing of a university. And you can avoid all that headache by just trying to hunt down a strong 18-year-old. I could have worded that better. So we've established that building an athletics program at a university is pretty important. I mean, it's great for the branding overall for the institution, but aside from that, it's clear that it has an effect on academics as well, at least in some regard. So why am I talking about this? What does this have to do with social media and creators? In my last video, I explored Well Off Media and how Deion Sanders Jr. basically runs Colorado's football media department directly from his iPhone by documenting one of the most exciting teams in college football, as well as the changes they're making to help across the campus, is nothing but good press and branding for the overall university. Again, I don't know much about what University of Colorado has to offer academically, but they are a topic of interest, at least for me, thanks to their football team and their overall athletic success as a result of Coach Prime coming to Colorado. So the channel that I wanted to focus on in today's video is Texas A&M's Physics and Astronomy Department, boasting over 2 million subscribers and hundreds of millions of views, all from YouTube Shorts content. Now again, whether you're doing it for the profits to fund the university and different initiatives, to build better overall awareness among students, increase opportunities for individual professors who are already insanely undervalued, all of these problems can get solved by a YouTube channel. Dr. Tatiana, the star physics professor who's the face of the channel, has gone viral many times because of her enthusiastic approach to physics. The videos on this channel mainly consist of in-class science experiments that are both informational and entertaining to watch. I'm sure she's having a blast with her students as it is, but it's amazing that she's able to share this with the rest of the world through the means of a YouTube channel. And honestly, I think my favorite part is when you look at the comment section and you see how excited people are getting about school. But taking it back to the Flutie effect, I want to compare this to sports. Genuinely, I can't really tell much of a difference between investing in a university's social media program and online presence, especially on platforms like YouTube and TikTok, versus investing in the athletics program, because it comes down to the same thing, which is branding. Both a YouTube channel where you post entertaining content and a sports program are, well, forms of entertainment, which now have potential to bring in millions of viewers to a university. The benefit of social media in this case is that it's significantly cheaper, and the main objective is to document something that's more geared towards academics. So let's take this Flutie effect and apply it to universities and how they can get creative with content. If you have a history professor who's very passionate and does an amazing job and is considered the best professor in the history department, I mean, that's its own piece of content right there. You're telling a story. That's basically what YouTube is built off of. Again, for the College of Engineering, they're building some Iron Man suit or something in the back laboratory. This is the kind of stuff that we're going to want to see. I feel like it applies to this demographic more so than anybody else, these PhDs and these professors, to create a YouTube channel, because these people built their careers off of being focused on a certain niche. Now, one drawback that I know of pursuing a PhD is that yes, you're this hyper specialized individual, but if the market isn't really demanding your specialty, you're kind of screwed. Dr. Mike, known by many as the most famous doctor in the world, has his own social media academy catered towards professionals, and I think he follows the same philosophy of trying to help professionals become content creators.
My name's Dr. Mike. I have 25 million followers on social media, and I've been a featured expert on TV hundreds of times. In this course, I'll teach you everything I've learned about media, from coming up with ideas, navigating various platforms, cracking the algorithm, hiring a team, finding an agent, navigating TV appearances, dealing with press, and so much more.
And again, I want to emphasize that not everyone is in it for the glory and the business aspect of it. If you're not necessarily here to monetize on YouTube, that's completely fine. Just think of it as an extension of your classroom or your audience that you have in person. And by the way, if we're being honest, even the people that you're seeing in person, they're probably going to want to have some sort of online version of what you're talking about anyway. So this is really just doing everyone a favor. You're actually holding us back. Forget yourself. If you're a professor, you need to start a damn YouTube channel. And again, my last argument is really just trying to drive this point home of you became a professor or someone who works in academia to impact students. You wanted to teach people, you wanted to help people of whether it's math, science, history, whatever your field is. You wanted to become an expert on a topic so that you can explain it to others. So in this day and age, currently, there is no better way to reach people than by grabbing one of these and just getting to it. I sound like Gary Vaynerchuk or somebody right now, but it's honestly how I feel, especially for these people that have the most amount of qualifications. And then you have people like me, I'm pretty qualified, who are able to make much more of an impact despite not having that life experience or qualifications. No matter how you slice it, whether you're a business person, someone who just wants to have an impact on society at large, there is no excuse, in my opinion, for not having a social media page and trying to contribute in some form digitally. It just so happens that video content is the way that we currently communicate in the world, so that's why I keep emphasizing on that. But even if it's starting a blog or just posting on an Instagram page, all of these tools are very beneficial if you use them the right way. That's today's video. Again, I'm no journalist, but I definitely want to try my best at sharing what I know and what I believe about the creator business as well as branding online, and just opening the door for conversations with people about different topics that I'm interested in. Consider subscribing. I will see y'all in the next one.